House. Despite London's dreary weather, the
Wherever the art of medicine is loved, there is a love for humanity. A very good morning to all dignitaries, guests, and all the delegates. It is to welcome the cream of the nation, our intern medical officers, to the State Health Center. I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to every one of you on behalf of the Ministry of Health. This moment is very important and very special for everyone. Your presence is what makes it more important. It means a lot to us that you took your time out of your busy schedules to be here and to attend this and giving a reason everyone to have a smile. I now warmly welcome Dr. Keheliya Rambukwella, Honorable Minister of Health, to this ceremonial location. Now I think it's high time for us to start this with the welcome speech. This invitation goes to Dr. Lal Panapitya, Deputy Director General of Medical Services, to welcome the gathering and give his valuable and immense expertise and knowledge to share with you all. Please rise for the national anthem. This invitation goes to Dr. Lal Panapitiya, the Deputy Director General of Health Services, to welcome the gathering and give his valuable input for our fresh doctors by sharing his immense expertise and knowledge. According to
Thank you. Very good morning to all of you. Our Honorable Minister of Health, Dr. Keheliya, Rambukwella, Additional Secretary Medical Services, Dr. Sunil Dialis, Director General of Health Services, Dr. Asenda Gunawardena, Deputy Director General Medical Services 2, Dr. Vijay Surya, and Deputy Director General Medical Services ETNR, Dr. Hemant Hera, and all Dr. Director Medical Services, Dr. Ayandika Anuradha, and all other directors and ministry officials. All intern medical officers being present today physically and online, and Director Tertiary Care Services, Dr. Priyanta also, and all the parents and well-wishers of intern medical officers who are joining with us online. It is my privilege to welcome the distinguished gathering here today for this important event of awarding internship to the newest batch of 1,367 intern medical officers, medical graduates. First of all, I would like to warmly welcome our Honorable Minister of Health, Dr. Keheliya Rambukwella. Sir, your presence, despite your busy schedule, is a great encouragement to us, and as well as especially to this newly appointed intern medical officers. Mr. Janakasi Sri Chandragupta, Secretary of Health, will attend soon to this distinguished gathering. He is attending actually another official forum, so that he will join with us soon. I warmly welcome Additional Secretary Medical Service, Dr. Sunil Dialis. You have been with us all the time, sir, and it's a great pleasure to have you with us. And warm welcome to Director General of Health Services, Dr. Asenda Gunawardena, the pillar of strength behind this worthy cause. All Deputy Director Generals and Directors of Ministry of Health present here to congratulate the newest batch of intern medical officers. Your presence added great color to this event. Dr. Priyanta Athapattu and Director Tertiary Care, and Dr. Ayandika Anuradha, Director of Medical Services, and their dedicated staff of officers of TCS and DDKMS Fund, and Dr. Chaminder, the consultant, and other biomedical informatics medical officers, as well as our registrars and senior registrars. This event was materialized because of your dedication. I warmly welcome you all. All parents and well-wishers of the intern medical officers who are joining with us today in this momentous occasion, I welcome you all. Finally, last but not least, I sincerely welcome you, the new group of intern medical officers who are present here today in person and virtually. This is your event, and it's a pleasure to have you here today. Today is one of the most memorable days in your life, since you all are entering into your professional life today from your university life as a medical graduate, while congratulating all of you on your achievement earned through much dedication and hard work. we would like to welcome you into this prestigious profession. Internship is stepping stone for any medical graduate to his or her professional life. It's a continuation of the medical education program and a mandatory requirement for registration in the medical council as a medical practitioner. From today onwards, you will get the opportunity to put into practice what you have learned in your medical schools and also to acquire new skills and capabilities. But remember, you are handling with patients' lives, preventing deaths and complications in your hand. Therefore, your dedication with good positive attitudes is very much important. Not to do any harm due to negligence, but to do your best considering in treating all patients as your family relations. Mother, father, daughter, son, like that. During this period, in addition to your medical skills, you are expected to improve certain other skills such as communication, attitudes, ethics and public relations, etc., which are valid to make the profession a complete one. We expect at the end of this internship, you will become a confident, energetic, service-oriented, service-minded doctors. You all are entering today to a noble profession. Hence, remember, today onwards, your attitudes, behavior, attire, communication, all those things should be compatible with this profession. Since you are now not alone, but as one member of such a noble family, you all are requested to involve in the involve and facilitate in the quality improvement activities in the institution to improve the quality of the service provisions towards the best patient experience. You are starting your internship during the crucial time with this economic crisis in the country. Your dedication and capabilities should be stretched to the maximum to support to the Ministry of Health. Requesting investigation rationally without actually wasting the limited resources is one example, since because actually you can do, since duplication of investigations and unnecessary investigations are major factors to be considered. Maintaining bed tickets is important not only for the management of patients being legal document in any court cases or inquiries, and to make the entries legibly and promptly with all the necessary informations. But also you are helping for the national planning and managing preventive programs by entering correct diagnosis and efficiently attending to notify the notifiable diseases, which helps preventing outbreaks. I took this opportunity actually to give some information, but to highlight your duties actually during my speech also. I trust actually that you are capable in emerging out of these challenges as a contented individual, balancing both your professional and personal life while being compassionate and caring doctor who are the world want you to be. Okay, thank you. Wishing you all the very best.
Thank you very much, sir. Dear sir, you are a role model of the Ministry of Health, and you are the great pillar and the strength of great pillar to the Ministry of Health. Dr. Asil Gunawardana, Director General of Health Services, it is our honor to invite to this stage to deliver your speech and give you valuable input to our new doctors.
Good morning to all of you. Honorable Health Minister Dr. Keheliya, Rambukwella, Additional Secretary of Medical Services Dr. Keheliya, all the deputy generals, all the directors, and all the other consultants and all the ministry officials, all the newly appointed medical officers who are joining physically as well as by virtually by Zoom. It is a great honor to me to address you all in this occasion. I think most of the things Dr. Panapite has already mentioned, but I have to mention very few things. You all will get the formal internship familiarization training once you go to your institutions tomorrow, right? So it will be done by the head of institution, your respective institutions. And why we are appointing intern medical officers, even though you all will all know that amidst of this economic crisis, right? Because we'll have to continue these patient care services, right? Patients are the most important person in a hospital, not the consultant, not the director. The patient is the most important person, right? So we need the human touch for treatment of these poor people. There's a human touch, right? This is the most important thing, right? We should not let this to a machine or something else. You have to talk to a patient. You have to be very empathetic. You have to put your own self in the patient's boots and see if it happened to my own family member, how I am going to treat, right? This is where we are lacking. Unfortunately, I have to tell, I think all DDGs and the Additional Secretary Service agree with us, right? We have appointed so many interns, right? When we were doing internship, there were only 2 interns per the unit. Now there are 6, sometimes 8 interns are in the units. But unfortunately, right, in spite of repeatedly I am appealing every year, right, when I am as head of institution, as well as the DGHS, right, still it is very pathetic to tell the poor patients are discharging at 5 o'clock. Right. This is not what we are not expecting you all. You should discharge the patient at 12 o'clock once the consultant says patient can be discharged. Because now you have enough interns. One can be allocated to discharge the patient, then write the diagnosis card, write the medicals and send them home. Because they have to travel long kilometers for their hometown, right? They can't wait until 5 o'clock, no transport is available. Either they have to bring on their transport, they have to spend thousands of rupees, right? Now it is not a time to afford like that. So please take care of these things, right? This is very important thing, because that is what we are appointing more and more interns, right? To give a good quality care. The quality has to be improved, right? Right. That is why we are appointing more interns, right? When we were doing internship, we were having 2, but now you are having. You go and see how many interns are in the ward, right? Maybe at least 4, maybe more than that, right? With the repeat batch. So we expect a very good quality care from you all, right? So, and as Dr. Panapite said, the attire, the way how you speak, the communication skills, punctuality, all these things are very important for us, right? Your attire is a must, right? I am not here to tell everything about the attire because time schedule is very short. So attire is very important, right? Because people will recognize you whether you are a doctor or not with the attire as well as the stethoscope around your neck, right? So it's very important thing, right? Whether we like or not, in our culture, it's how it's recognized, right? So attire is a very important thing, and the way that you communicate with the poor people, patients, right? They are patients, right? They are coming with some sort of a disability or some sort of an ailment, right? So whatever the questions you are asking, he is not in a position. Sometimes he will not in a position to answer, right? So you have to be very patient when you are asking questions, right? If you lose your temper, so then where the patient can go. This is what I am telling. The human touch is most important. At least try to examine the patient and see that might cure the 50% of his the problem, right? So I can talk 1 hour, 2 hours, but it is not a good time. But these are very important things. Please remember, give a better quality care for these patients who are coming to your doorstep, right? So that is what ministry we are expecting, because you are going to start your career right now from the internship, then the RHO, and so right, you will be end up in consultant in future. So I am wishing all of you a very bright future and all the success for your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Sunil Dialvis, Additional Secretary, Medical Services. He is the most experienced medical administrator in the system, and I think it's time to share his experience along this challenging medical professional pathway. It's over to you, sir.
Very good morning to all of you. Dr. Keheliya, Rambukwella, Honorable Minister of Health. Dr. Asela Gunawardena, Director General of Health Services. Dr. Pana Pittiya, Deputy Director General, Medical Services 1, and other Deputy Director Generals, Directors, Senior Registrars, and our new interns. It is indeed a very pleasurable moment to participate in this event. We have been participating, conducting this kind of events for more than 20 years participating. Right? We are serving around 30 years in the service. And then during all these times, the health system of this country faced a lot of challenges, and we faced all of these things. And currently also we are facing economic and many other social unrest. We manage. That is the essence of a medical practitioner. You have been sacrificing your many years and many other things in the life for the medical education, around 5 to 6 years, in addition to 2 years in the school. And now you are starting another thing. All others were enjoying during your that 6 years, 5 years. You had to sacrifice. You had to do it, because to create a medical practitioner, medical graduate, is not an easy task. The stethoscope you are going to wear afterwards, from today, tomorrow onwards, the most expensive, most valuable jewelry in the world. Now you were previously assessed by your supervisors and the trainers and teachers whether you know the subject, whether you know the matters of interest in our profession. Now of course you will be assessed whether you know how to apply that knowledge in practice, in the ward setting. One day you have to stand between the newborn, not born yet person, and the newborn. And the second occasion is the life and death of the person. In both occasions, the outcome will depend on your skill, whether you know how to apply it. So that is our essence of our profession. So this will open many opportunities. After the internship, you will have quite a lot of specialties to follow. The academically oriented people will choose the many specialties, become consultants, specialists and all. And the most courageous people will select medical administration with that required skill. So one day you will sit here to face the challenges, to lead this country, lead this health system. I congratulate for both. I wish all the best for both the groups. With your excuse. So, and also, as Dr. Asela correctly mentioned, when we joined, we had only 2 HOs no SHOs at all. We were on call every other day or maybe every day. So that we have to manage everything. No less technology, of course. The hand speed. We could diagnose appendicitis with our hand. We were taught like that. And many other things, tumor and all. I mean, that was skill we were given. Our great teachers did that. And this is a healing art, not only science and also traditions. This is guided mostly by, not by the laws and regulations, it's guided by the traditions. Even the head of the institution, and we are not there, the hospital will run. You will go to the ward grounds, you will prescribe the drugs, and you will discharge the patient, it's functioning. Maybe at least 4, 5, 6 days, you don't feel that we are not there. So that is the strength of our system. To work out as a profession that the human aspect, as Dr. Aseda correctly mentioned, human touch, business, compassion, care and cure. We can't cure all the patient, but care, of course, ultimately it is the matter. We should give. That is that they are expecting from us. So I welcome you to this great profession, more than 5,000, more than that. Yes. We were maybe the last samurais probably. So therefore, I wish you all the best, because we are coming from last century. From 20th century, we are following, taking these traditions to the 21st century. So that we wish all the best for you, and your parents will be very happy to it, because you are going to wear the stethoscope and going to see the patients. So that is the ultimate expectation of a parent. Get the first salary, go to mother and father, and both them, when they are, thank them. That is my advice. Because they have sacrificed a lot to make you a doctor. Thanks. All the best, dear friends.
Thank you very much, sir. Dr. Sunil is the most experienced medical administrator in the system, for your valuable advice. Now, I'm honored to take the opportunity to invite Dr. Keheliya Rambukwella, Honorable Minister of Health, to address the gathering, to share and give valuable opinion what is expected from the Ministry of Health, from our young doctors.
Good morning to all of you all. At the very outset, let me congratulate all the new interns that was stepping into the new world, a new experience, a noble profession. To be a noble profession, work towards that. So let me once again congratulate you and wish you all the very best for a long, long journey with ups and downs and with recognition and appreciation. Dr. Sunil Dallis, our Additional Secretary, DG Dr. Aseda, Dr. Panapati, okay, all the directors and all the officials of the Health Ministry, dear parents and the interns and well-wishers. I think all of them are here, all medical professionals who have been there for years, and after their speeches, I think I have very little to contribute. As far as the technical part is concerned, their advice is ample, and I think Dr. Alice became emotional as well, and that's true. So basically, I am looking at in a different angle. These interns from year 5 up to from the grade 1 to grade 13, we have done a lot of work, a lot of hard work. You have had, I'm sure many of them would have had dreams. And today is a day that that dream come true. More than the dream of you all, it is your parents' dreams that would have come true. And when I'm addressing you here, they must be top of the world in our simple terms. They are proud to say that my daughter or my son is a doctor, because your profession is considered as a God-given thing and recognized in the same spirit by general public. Now that throws a huge challenge at you. When the public treats you as a God, you have to perform as a God. You have to behave. You have to show people that you are the savior. When somebody is taken to the hospital, if the patient is conscious, is always looking for a person with a tie or a stethoscope who's coming around me, who's going to look after me. And looking at that, seeing that itself, I think 50% of average ailment settles down, as long as you know that you have a professional who will look after you, who will make you walk back to your home. They are happy. It's like a lawyer. If he's a good criminal lawyer, and if your client, you look around and look at the judge. More than the judge, you look at the lawyer, and if he's not around, he'll get so agitated. He'll go around and say, "Where is my lawyer?" But the lawyer knows that he'll be there at the time that it is called. So it's the same thing. But in your profession, it is life and death. That's the difference. It is life and death, and it is the sort of attitude that makes you a perfect personality of your profession. Say you will go higher and higher, my wish is so. And one day we should be able to say that we sat here and one of the interns, I remember now, he'd been discussed, or she or he's been discussed by the public as one of the top talent that we have ever produced. But that is where you should be, that is where your aim should be. But in that journey, you must make sure that humanity is maintained. සිංහලෙන් අපි කියනවා ඒ දොස්තර මහත්තයා දැක්කත් ඇති කියලා කියන එකක්. මට ඇස් දෙකට ඒක තියෙනවා as a public figure. I have come across maybe thousands of people, but what they say is කිව්වට මම අපෙන්න එපා. ඒ දොස්තරන මොනවද කරන්නේ කතා කරෙත් නැහැ සර් මම දන්නේ මොනවද කරන්නේ කියලා. That is an attitude. That is not the real thing, because what is real is the treatment that you give. But then the attitude also plays a vital role, particularly in this part of the world. That makes her totally a different person. And you will be loved by the people. And it will be underlined when they say a doctor is a god. It will be underlined only if your attitude is right. So remember, I think that you got all technical advice, but these are all humanity that plays a vital role in your profession. Any other profession, it's a survey, it's a lawyer, that doesn't come into the equation. But in your profession, that attitude, behavior, your perhaps attire, pleasantness, all that counts a lot. At the end of the day, you are being made a perfect person, a personality, add up all that to it. So let me once again wish you all the best. You are stepping into the noble profession. You are stepping into the, I may say, the worst period in my history of the country at the moment. You will find a lot of shortages, a lot of complaints, a lot of things. You have to get used to it. I think during their time they wouldn't have experienced that. Because now that we have a period, there's a huge downturn on economic downturn, and that's a fact. And then we have to get out of it. And I'm confident that we can get out of it if we put all together, all our brains together and work together. And your profession, you will be felt, you will feel it very much once you walk in there, because you will have complaints about shortages, short of beds, short of this, all that. But that is a part of your job now, that all that has to be managed and compensated in some other form. Only way that you can compensate that is to be a nice person, a good person, and your talents, ability, all that may be put secondary. So let me wish you once again all the very best. Good luck to you all, and let us see, hopefully within the next couple of years, your names are being spoken by the patients, saying, we went to such doctor, we went to such doctor, and then I was able to get out of private. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Medical training has already changed you. The way you think, the way you feel, the way you speak. Competency is not everything, but in fact, it is barely the beginning. The intern training will be a challenge to everyone. You will lose sleep. Relationships will be strained. You will have to sacrifice your little joys of your life to your dream. Everyone will lose something, but at the end, many of you will find that those losses compensate for the things you gain. Finally, your mentors will certify that you are competent to carry the torch of this noble profession. And you will feel that you have made it. Now, we are moving on to the most anticipated and important moment of this whole event, awarding the appointment letters. I would like to invite Dr. Keheliya Rambukwella, Honorable Minister of Health, to award the appointment letters to the respective intern medical officers. And I would like to invite Dr. Lal Panapitiya, DDG Medical Services, to accompany our chief guest. Dr. M.H.P.M. Lankaratne. Dr. A.M.S.D. Veerasinghe. Dr. M.A.D.S.N. Munasinghe. Dr. S.A.T.M. Solangarachi. Dr. L. Raja Johan. Dr. P.G.J.A. Veerakodi. Dr. P.C. Deshapriya. Dr. N.V. Eva Duge. Dr. A.M.P.R. Adhikaranayaka. Dr. R. Danushka. Dr. H.A.N. Mulkis. Dr. S.C. Sahabandhu. Dr. N.A.F. Aisha. Dr. M. Krishanti Etiraj. Dr. P.L.N. Pereira. While wishing all of you a bright future, a bright professional life, I would like to thank Dr. Keheliya Rambukwella for the awarding of appointment letters. Thank you, sir. Preparation of intern appointments is not a simple process. The live wire behind this endeavor is you, sir. I cordially invite Dr. Priyanka Athapattu, the Director, Tertiary Care Services, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning to everybody. Honorable Minister of Health, Additional Secretary to the Ministry, Director General of Health Services, Deputy Director General of Medical Services, Dr. Lal Panapiti, and all Deputy Directors, other Deputy Director Generals, Directors, and all interns, and all the interns joining us virtually today. A warm, graceful morning to our most valued Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Keheliya Rambukwella, Minister of Health, and Additional Secretary, Director General of Health Services, all invitees, interns, and everyone gathered here and joining virtually. It is my privilege to propose vote of thanks speech and acknowledge the contribution of those who work really hard to make this event success. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Dr. Keheliya Rambukwella, the Honorable Minister of Health, for gracing this occasion with his busy schedule. Thank you very much, sir. Our sincere thanks goes to Mr. Janaka Chandragupta, the Secretary of the Health, and Dr. Sunita Alice, Additional Secretary of Medical Services, for his continuous support extended. I appreciate Dr. Asayida Gunawardana, Director General of Health Services, who has guided us to bring out this event success today. Your technical guidance and support has helped us tremendously in making this occasion reality. Thank you very much, sir. I would also like to thank Dr. Lal Panapiti, Deputy Director General of Medical Services, for support and guidance given to us in this endeavor. Thank you very much, sir. My heartiest gratitude goes to all deputy directors and other directors who participated in this event. I especially take this opportunity to sincerely thank Dr. Ayanti Karunaratna, Director Medical Services, as well as Deputy Director Tertiary Care Services, Dr. Chaminda Sirivardhan, Veerabhadran, Consultant Biomedical Informatics, and Dr. Dilan Cruz and his team of Biomedical Informatics, Dr. Siraj and Senior Registrar, for the very invaluable contribution and support extended to us in organizing this event. Without your support, we couldn't complete such a complex exercise in a short period. I thank all the interns medical officers who have gathered here and joining us virtually. Dear doctor, you are our future. Please use wisdom, heart and hands together to cure the disease and treat the patient. I wish you good luck and bright future. Albert Einstein said, education is not learning of facts, but training of the mind to think. Now, you can practice it, apply it to become expertise in medicine. My sincere gratitude should go to our AO, Administrative Officer, my all staff members of the Tertiary Care Services branch of Ministry of Health. Your team effort make this event a reality. Honorable Minister, the Secretary, Additional Secretary, all Additional Secretaries, Director General of Health Services, Deputy Director General, Directors, ladies and gentlemen. Your presence today with us gave a very positive impact, and once again I like to thank. Before conclusion, I like to highlight 3 nice thoughts for you. Kill tension before tension kill you. Reach your goal before goal kicks you. Live life before life leaves you. I wish you good luck. Have a good day. Thanks.